Return of the Exiled, or Why Must I Be the Hero? By T.J. Stegaheis. Read by YOB. Dedicated to Kurt Reimert, whose stories inspired this work. Requiescat in pace. Chapter 10. Arundel the Elf. I have been traveling without a horse to be inconspicuous to the oblivious humans. I have my usual equipment and have been living off the land. If I make the effort to remain out of sight, most humans do not notice me. A handful of exception ones have spotted me, but these are rare. The humans foolishly believe that the elves arrived in Menadak, Sersha, when we allowed the humans to discover us living in the woodlands of Bogenshire. In fact, we elves have lived here for almost 5,000 years, but this is a secret. While escorting the humans, I discovered and led astray into the woods 6 different Falcon Legion patrols. 5 6-man patrols and 1 11-man patrol. This always proves to be a simple task. Yes, I had a nice chuckle over the thought of 6 patrol leaders trying to explain to their commander that they had failed to keep their schedules by searching for a creature that wasn't there. I must not get too used to this kind of comedy, or I will reveal myself. As the group of escapees proceeded south to the old capital of Tai, I left them more room, as following them through the city would have been prohibitively difficult. I hate human cities. Then they lost me by taking a boat. As they could only have been going into Sersha, I crossed the river Corin secretly and waited for them just outside the first town they would come to. There I entertained myself by tricking the Sershan and Tauren soldiers into fights. The group almost defeated themselves in the town of Glenfrey when their gnome companion fell in with 2 gnome illusionist troublemakers. They could have all been arrested and their mission been over right there. Fortunately, the illusionist friends were close and known to me. I managed to lead them to the rescue and their friends and the gnomish thief. They readily agreed they really need to rein in on that fellow's sense of humor. Although I suppose I too must discipline myself against too much buffoonery. Gnomes cannot help themselves, but I have no such weakness. My father would tell you otherwise, but I can curb myself if need be. Then I watched as, predictably, the group I was following ran into trouble with a band of Grolish robbers. These they defeated easily and profited from the stash of stolen materials the Grolls had collected. It's too bad that the names of the victims of these murderous Grolls had not been recorded. They might have families somewhere. I don't like humans, but I don't hate them either. Their travels from there were uneventful until they reached Pan and let themselves be caught and brought before the magistrate. The government of Sersha is known to be honest and fair, so I held off and let them work this one out themselves. Besides, I hate human cities. When they left this time, the waves of significance had diminished, so they must have relieved themselves of some of their responsibility. They also had gained a few more men. This should prove fortuitous for them as they passed closer to Goblin country. Not long after they left Pan, they had met up with another group of fortune seekers and aided them against attacking undead creatures. Frustratingly, they decided to join these new humans and head off into whatever wild pursuits they had in mind. So I followed them. They headed north towards the Grey Forge Dwarves' country. I would have to follow them and hope they regained their senses. They remain oblivious to my shadowing them, just like all humans. They look, but do not see.